Alright guys, today I got a little something out of the ordinary. Um, so yesterday, it's like last night, um, you know, I invited a friend over, we hung out for the night, started chilling. Um, he dropped, I think 2 tabs of acid. I didn't have anything myself at all. But we were hanging out for a while, and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of bored of staying inside. Let's go outside for a bit, you take the board, I'll take the other board, and we'll head out. And, I'm going to put the camera down for now. So, we were, we went outside, he picked up his acid after a while, we were listening to music, went up the trail, and we decided, oh, let's sneak up onto a roof. And we snuck up onto this roof. It said, no trespassing, all that bullshit. And we went up on the roof, and then we climbed down from the other side. We dropped down on this lower level, and then we dropped down on the ground. Then we walked over to this other building, and we went on that roof, and we were hanging out there. No trespassing, all that shit. And then, we decided, oh, let's go over to the construction place, like the 5-story building, It's supposed to be 10-story building, practically like a really high building. And it's for apartments and like living complexes and different kind of shit like that. Went in there, hanging out for a bit, but when we entered, there was a camera, and there was, a sign that says 24-hour surveillance, all that shit, and we put our masks on. We ran through the fence so they couldn't see us, and then we looked around the 2-story part, and then we went over to the part where it's supposed to be 10 stories high. It was like up to 5 or 4. It wasn't done yet. And we were walking through, um, and we were like, you know what, we're getting kind of sketched out. Let's leave. So we leave, and then we're on the trail, um, and he's like, I was like, do you know any other places that have like a roof that we can get on, or just some cool place that we can go to? Because I haven't really done this at all around here yet, you know. And then he says, yeah, I know this one place, but it was really traumatic for me. We were in, like, he started telling me this, like, he said, we went over there, and me and a couple friends, we saw these golf cart things. They're like kind of go-karts, but like they're those John Deere things that you haul things around with. And then he said he hopped in it, and he was driving around and like going 30 miles per hour down around the area. And his friend said, I'm gonna drift this corner. Guy goes to drift the corner, hits a fucking tow truck or something, and my friend Gabe, he hit his head on the thing where you're supposed to hang on, but he wasn't hanging on to the bar in front of him. He was hanging on to the bar next to him. They fucking slid into it, and he hit his head on that pole, and he said he could have died. He had surgery, got a scar on it, all that shit. And then, um, I was like, I mean, like, we can go there if you want, like, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, if you get too freaked out, if you don't want to be there anymore, we'll just leave, it's not that bad. And we got to the front entrance, and it said 24-hour surveillance with a fence and a camera right in front of it, right? And, we're like, oh, yeah, we could totally get in. They won't know. Not like the cops are going to get called. And we're walking around, and, this place, it's, like, it's a bunch of metals for, like, construction and stuff. Like, all these different metals, like, for elevators, sturdy posts, stuff like that. Um, and, we're walking around, and we find the fucking golf cart that he crashed in with. Like, we found it, and he was all like hyperventilating, and he's like, I can't do this, bro. And I was like, all right, bro, we'll walk around somewhere else. We don't have to stay near this thing. And I was like, and we moved on. We saw this truck thing, really big, fucking manual transmission, construction vehicle. and then we walked over a little bit more, and I was looking over past like down the road, right? And he's like, "Oh yeah, over here's where we crashed." And I'm looking over there, I'm looking really steadily. I felt uneased or like alert or cautious. Like I was like there was like an energy or something like like some of you people probably out there won't believe this shit, but it was like dark and like light lights started flickering on the right side of me, and I look out into the road. Those posts, those yellow posts, like in a parking lot or something, to prevent you from hitting the curb or something. I was looking at that, and he's like, "Yeah, we hit that post over there," and I see the post, and I was like, "Dude, that doesn't look like a post. It's sort of like formed. I don't know. I don't know how to explain.